All right, let's get rocking.
Hey, let's get rocking. We're already rocking. Hey, this is Sims Complete on the Believe Sports Network, brought to you by FanDuel. And big guy, the news in the NFL right now, I mean, it's really driven around two things. It's George Pickens, of course, and potentially the contract negotiations with the Dallas Cowboys. As we've seen with the Dallas Cowboys, that could be something that goes on forever, right? But still, George Pickens playing the game within the game well, answering to the media the right way, saying it's about the team. He's here, he's present, he's competing and doing his thing, preparing for the season, and he's going to let the agent do his work. So really cool to see just, the evolution of George Pickens, his game, right, his maturity and understanding the game within the game that goes. And my God, hopefully they get this solved, because he was absolutely just lightning for them last year on the outside.
Yeah, he said he's going to go to training camp and do all the work, whatever, and all that. George Pickens, I think now that he's in Dallas and he played, I think he kind of understands, this Dallas thing's pretty big.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it's a chance to do everything to, of course, make tremendous amounts of money, but to have a chance, and I think we'd all be fooled if he didn't have a great year, get lots of catches, everything he's received as a receiver you want, getting paid, throw me the damn ball, and I got a good quarterback, and I love the system. It's all there for him.
Offensive coordinator, as a head coach.
Yeah, there you go. And all that, just saying all that. But also, it's not just about the money. Now you're going to get national attention, and people will see you a different way if you act kind of the way what we're seeing right now as he makes these comments.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it's a good sign, right, for just the individual too, because that was a question mark leaving Pittsburgh, going to Dallas. Was this going to be a good thing? And that just kind of goes to show you too, like, new environment. Mike Tomlin, for whatever reason, couldn't get it to work, right? Offense and all that, the struggles, the quarterback position, just it didn't fit. And here in Jerry's world, it worked out damn well in year one, and doing the right things here in the offseason going into year two, right, with Dak Prescott and this good setup. So, yeah.
Matt, it's let's see. Let me think. Let's look at Pittsburgh or the Cowboys. Where would I want to be a receiver? I mean, we always talk, Pittsburgh doesn't score like this, that. Yeah, they still think they're back in an era where they can line up and run everybody over and dominate the game and win the damn thing 17-13.
Right.
And, that's who they were. But I don't look at them now, for a few years going, wow, this is some wicked, physically gifted team that, man, they could win the Super Bowl. Come on. They got to have every break in the world just to make the playoffs.
Right.
So, yeah.
We got Big Phil fired up about the Pittsburgh Steelers today. So
no, but it's just true.
No, you're right. You're right.
Oh, wait, you're playing on that grass, bad weather and all that. Oh, going into Jerry's world? Jesus, that's Olympic track stuff they got on the ground down there.
I love how your Southern swag there. Oh, geez, you're going down to Jerry's world there.
Really? I did that?
Yeah, you got like your Southern twang all of a sudden in there, but.
Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, yeah. So listen, man, the Dallas Cowboys too, and they start out with the Giants. Wow, man, that's some first game of the year for both of them. But really,
I mean, I love the whole conversation though too of like, they got a tough schedule, and like I know we say that, but then of course like the season starts, and everything that we thought was true, it gets flipped on its head.
Sure.
And all of a sudden we're like, oh, you know what? That actually was a pretty easy schedule. This one was actually the tougher schedule, right? But yeah, it's just kind of part of it. But yeah, you're right. Like to start off with the Cowboys and Giants, man. Let's go. Come on.
Man, you're right. It's good. And not only that, because it's the first game, it's a night game too, right?
I believe it is, yeah.
It's a Thursday night. Is it a Thursday night game?
I don't know, big guy. Don't worry about the details. Exactly, yeah.
Whatever. Since it's the first game, and if it's at night and all that, that's just going to make it more emotional, physical, and exciting for the fans. And of course, the New York fan. There's going to be 10,000 seats in there, going to be Cowboy fans, Giant Stadium. By God, I don't know how they do it. Well, I know how they do it.
They live here.
No, well, yeah, maybe, but it's money.
Yeah,
money.
And they live here.
Yeah, a lot of them
and they're actual New Yorkers or New Jerseyans or whatever, right? So
it kills me. So every time I do a little speech and there's an audience, I go, "Who's a Giant fan? Who's a Jet fan?" I go, "Cowboys," and everybody a group that hangs. I said, how's that going? Is it working out pretty good? I just start.
Of course. That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
All right. Well, let's talk about a new brewing rivalry between New York and the state of Texas, right? And that is the New York Knicks getting the victory over the San Antonio Spurs. Big guy, we were just talking ball, and of course, right, for everything that we saw with the New York Knicks and how special this run was, how dominant they were in the playoffs. I mean, that's the other thing too. We forget just the winning streak they went on, how well they played throughout it, the toughness they displayed. What are your thoughts as a New York fan, right? Been here now for more than half your life. I mean, where does this New York Knicks team rank in your eyes as far as like New York teams in the history of this city?
Well, it's such a different game basketball is right now. My era where I really was a big Knick fan was the Patrick Ewing era.
Right.
What was that? Let's just beat the other team physically to death.
Yeah.
I mean, if it had been a fight, they'd have called it after 3 rounds.
Right.
Because that's who the Knicks were. They were big. And, they won. They played really ugly basketball.
Right.
So, but that's who they were. They couldn't be a fast break, pass and shoot team. The hell no. But and they were good. And to come so close to winning with Patrick Ewing and all of his other teammates is, I saw him always in the stands for the Knicks here in the final playoff series. And everybody would say great things. I go, man, I don't know. Boy, they got to be sitting there going, boy, why couldn't it be us just for 1 year?
Yeah.
And so close, they couldn't get it done. Yeah. But it was exciting to watch the Knicks. They're tough as hell. And the brand of basketball from 1 year to the next was really outstanding, or hard to believe that they basically said, we're going to turn this around.
Yeah.
And they did a great job. And most of all, I just thought all year long they were fun to watch. And my last little thought here, and I want you to comment on this too. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
He's not very tall or big. Man, he looks thick to me. He looks like a damn NFL running back.
Maybe really?
Up with his shoulders. But damn, I mean, come on. He pushed people around like they were children. And
so what is about his game, right? When you're watching it, you automatically see an NFL running back as he's dribbling down the court.
Well, his structure,
right?
His dad,
right.
His dad, but just and his legs, everything. Those are not basketball. That's not a basketball body,
right?
When I watch him play, though, he's so slick. Too, Matt. Forget this year. Last year, I'll never forget, late in the year and during the playoffs, I go, God, this Jalen Brunson, man, if the game is close, he's going to hit it.
Yeah.
He's just uses his body just like nobody we've seen, I don't think. I mean,
right.
He elbowed this guy, elbowed that one, push him here, shoot. I mean, it was unbelievable. And it just seemed like every time he got into a groove, it was definitely needed, but it was clutch as hell. So if you were a Spurs fan, you have to go, oh my, double teaming, do something. But you can't because he's so slick with the ball. And the other thing that quite a few of the basketball announcers even said it, they were right on it, that he is physically really, really tough to deal with.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's apparent.
All right, let's be honest. We would talk before the game. I go, man, I'm a fan. And here's what I want. I want it to go 7 games. Because I'm really enjoying these games.
Yeah.
We just go to game 7 and the Knicks win because I would sit there and go, gosh, dang, I'm torn a little bit here. Because, right? I mean, it was so exciting. And, the Spurs, their great story and all that stuff about who they are and where they're going and all that. That was great. I mean, I was definitely rooting for the Knicks. I just was, man, when it was over, I was like, all right, that was great. Damn, it's over, though.
Yeah, right.
Now what am I going to watch?
Yeah. I know. There was a side of it too that I think a lot of fans out there were almost hoping that it would go to 7, right, and that it would end that way. And of course, it just being super entertaining. And I think what worked out best for all of us as sports fans, right, for the NBA too. And this is no disrespect to Oklahoma City, but just you got 2 teams that just have awesome personalities,
Yeah.
You know, you really do with Coach Brown and his pre and post game press conferences. I mean, wow, the stuff that he would say. I mean, that was like a mentor's like leadership talk, you know. And then, of course, with Brunson, with Hart, with Bridges, that's another fascinating story that I would like to talk a little bit more about, right? And then, of course, the young and inexperienced San Antonio Spurs. And wow, has Wemby covered a lot of ground here in a very short period of time of his NBA career from last year to this most recent run, to how good Dylan Harper is. He's a future superstar, right? And just the support of our own state, right? Like, we want Dylan to play well, just not too well to win the game, but we want him to play well.
Yeah.
Guys like Castle. I mean, it's hard. No doubt the Spurs were the villain in this series. But, man, I really enjoyed watching the villain in this series because they're a fun watch. And I feel like we got graced with just two of the best personality and overall teams playing team basketball, too. I know Wemby's awesome, but they still play team basketball. And I think that's what's really cool, too, for the NBA right now.
Yeah, talking about Harper, his dad and him, they live a couple hundred yards, it seems like, right across the street almost from us. And I would run into the dad when he was back playing high school basketball game.
Yeah.
As I watch him now, and I go, I didn't ever go to I always kept saying I'm going to go watch the games because him and there was another kid there that was really good. I forgot his name, and I never did it. And then they get 2 high draft picks to go to Rutgers, and it's like, okay, I was all excited about following it, but it never happened. They never could turn the team around. But to watch him play, man, gosh, I just can't imagine what it was like in high school. Like, I got to guard who? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I was even though rooting for the Knicks, I was rooting for Dylan Harper for sure.
Yeah, and I thought it was pretty cool too there. I mean, even in the last game, right? They have him bringing the ball up. I almost said the football. They have him bringing the ball, up the court and essentially highlighting him as like the go-to guy in critical situations as a rookie. So,
sure.
I mean, that's just so impressive. And just like his ability to be so calm and relaxed and to play at such a high level. And I even think about the one play too, where he had the fast break layup in there, OG Anunoby just being annoying enough, right, to affect the play. Didn't get a block, but just affecting it enough. Yeah, to short. Like, it's like, if that goes in, what happens, right? I mean, it's just unbelievable how close this series was, despite what the series lead was.
Well, how about this? You as a fan, were you sitting there going, when the hell are you going to put Dylan Harper in? Let's go. What the hell's going on?
I agree with that too. Yeah.
Holy caramba. I'm like, I just wanted to see him play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was interesting. Like everything, football, baseball. Baseball, you can do the same thing you can in basketball. There's a series.
Yeah.
You got a lot of talk about people, and, you got to go out there and say something that's probably maybe incorrect or mean. And then you got to back it up later because the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these playoff series, man, it's conflicts and everything all over the place.
Yeah, no doubt.
Don't play this guy. He choked. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But man, it made me the whole time the Knicks were out there. It was last year where I really got enamored with them.
Right.
Boston Celtics series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just every game. My wife, your mother, of course, would say, I had to clarify that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
My wife said, "So what are you going to do tonight?" And I said, "The game's on at 8." She goes, "Oh, good. We'll get to watch it." Even she, Dirty Diana's a big sports fan when it comes to watching on TV.
Yeah, honestly, her first love is basketball. So she's someone that can sit there and watch basketball, especially college basketball. Loves basketball tremendously, and so did her mother. So it's just that part. So you, baseball guy, my mother, right? Your wife, okay? She loves basketball. Had to clarify that just in case. But it's pretty cool. It was a great experience. I mean, just even seeing just the response of the city and all that. I mean, and of course, like the story was even better because the villain was great. And I think Charles Barkley said it really well at the halftime of maybe like post game of game 3, maybe, where he's just like, the Knicks are the Detroit Pistons with Rip Hamilton and Rasheed Wallace. And, those guys, like that's what this team is. It's like they got 2 superstars and everybody else is really, really good. And they just play hard and play good team ball. And I feel like that's what it was. And, I couldn't help but also think about like the Detroit Pistons of the past, right? Leading into the Jordan era, and how the loss by the Chicago Bulls from the Detroit Pistons, right, was kind of what catapulted them into that next tier of like, this is what we need to do to get better. Right. And I almost wonder too if that's exactly how it's going to play out with Victor Wembanyama and the rest of the San Antonio Spurs, of like, this was their moment to experience veteran, just physical, experienced basketball players that know what they're doing, that have had a ton of these games and just battles this way. And is this the game now in the series that kind of teaches them how to do that for years to come, right? Yeah. And getting better.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I don't look at the Spurs. I don't follow basketball close enough to even try to make opinions.
Yeah.
But I don't look at them and go, yeah, I don't know. To me, I just saw too much where I watched the Knicks, the ultimate team game, everybody passing. And then, of course, not a closer, but an unbelievable closer.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. So I don't look at the Spurs and see that. I know Wembanyama, okay. And, I don't think people on TV would say he needs to gain some weight and all that. When you really look at him, he's not going to really gain much weight. That's not.
I mean, not that would actually help him either.
No, he might come back 10 pounds heavier next year.
What do you think he weighs actually at 7'5"? What do you think he weighs? Or what he's listed at?
I'm going to say 215.
He's 240.
240?
240. Yeah. Man,
I don't want to get on that scale for
But it is amazing too. Like and that's what was cool too, I think, for Victor Wembanyama and for Jalen Brunson. Just they play physical, like they play tough, and they try to bully opponents. Now Jalen, I think, does it in a little bit more of a artful, creative way. Yeah, not so obvious. Victor, I think, made some few plays where you're like, whoa, dude, like especially the push on Jalen Brunson on the back of the head. That was like, what the hell are you doing? But there's a chippiness that I like about both players. One's just a little bit better at hiding and kind of playing the game within the game right now.
No doubt. I thought there were too many instances in the series. You just go, I mean, come on, that you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It just and the longer the game went, it seemed the more it got bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something that, look, I'm sure he'll change. You would think he would. The fact that he didn't shake hands, the interviews, I don't know. All right, come on.
Yeah.
Nothing, that didn't bother me. Just let it go.
Well, it's okay. This is what we do in today's day and age. We got to talk about stuff. We got to make.
Well, but the Knicks are going, he didn't shake her hand. Hey, we won a championship.
Yeah.
So they don't care either. I can't imagine. Right. So it's just another story we can have, and press, and we're included, we talk about. It just doesn't mean as much as we try to put it in the category of looking at this. So, oh well.
I want to get your opinions too. I mean, like, can you ever think of a time, right, or something similar to it, where a group of players won at the college level almost the exact same way they won at the professional level? And I think that's what's really cool too about this story, right, of just Brunson, Hart, and Bridges there at Villanova. And, very rarely do you see that style, right, of team play and physicality and all that kind of stuff translate to the pro level. I mean, how unique is that to you, seeing something of that, right, where they won a national championship college and same three core players win an NBA championship together with the New York Knicks in a very similar way?
It's to me, it's borderline amazing. The fact that they did win 2 national championships down in Villanova. Jay Wright, he's the coach.
Yeah.
And I saw him maybe the day after the game or whatever, and he's talking about Brunson. And I couldn't. He was almost. It was really not strange. He thought he would be good or solid in the NBA. Of course, he never thought he would see it this way.
Right.
And I don't know. It was almost like, man, how did I miss it? Or I kind of got that feeling.
Yeah.
As doing the interview, he was sitting there going, man, I should have done this with him too. Just
Right.
put the ball in his hands and go get them. And then when you don't like it, pass it off, and we'll all be better for it.
Right.
And maybe he wasn't ready for it, but Brunson was. Hey, his dad played in the NBA 9 years. And his dad, when he married, of course, Jalen's mother, she was a volleyball player in college.
Right.
So we got an NBA player and a volleyball player producing, it's you don't miss too many times on that. I mean,
Yeah.
volleyball players are, they're incredible. They're
Yeah.
just, you got to be 6'5" and jump through the roof and all that other stuff. So toughness, I'm sure, reading some of these stories about how his brother, what his father did to him and stuff like that. And it must not have bothered him because he kept doing it and working, high school player of the year when he was in Chicago. I mean, everything, the whole road, if you look at it, we shouldn't be so shocked.
Yeah.
Last year was when we really saw the first chapter of Jalen Brunson, right? Do you agree with that?
Right.
Got the ball in his hand late, all those playoff games they won. He seemed like he made every clutch shot they needed to move forward. And man, he did it, plus a lot of other stuff this past year for the Knicks.
Yeah, it's another great example in sports too that he isn't the tallest, he isn't the fastest, he isn't the most athletic guy out there, but he's tough as hell. He's got a great IQ of the game. He knows his role for the team. He knows how to play great in that role with his surrounding cast and his teammates. And that's what makes it special too. And that's why I think no one could have projected that trade from the Dallas Mavericks, right, to the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
When that trade was made, of course, everyone kind of made light of it now because everyone was crushing the Knicks of this is going to put you over the top.
They were killing him.
Of course. So now we see too, again, just like in the sports world, we see it all the time with guys like Brady and Purdy and things of that nature too. These measurables here, this, that, all that. But it's just like, hey, heart, will, determination, playing as a team, making it more than just you, sacrificing dollars and cents to surround you with better players. It was funny too. People were like, well, Brady took a pay cut. He's like, no, he didn't take a pay cut. Belichick just wasn't paying him. So there's a difference. But Brunson actually took a paycheck cut. And that's what really makes this team super unique.
The thing about Brunson is, like I said earlier, the football body, but
yeah,
legs and his just natural strength that came with his body type. How many guys are like that in the NBA?
Yeah.
Very, very few.
Right.
And it's just hard. His balance, like you can in there and dig on him and push him. It's hard to move him because he can just stick that leg in the ground. And, you hit a lot of NBA players because they're tall as hell and they're trim. You can hit them and they go flying.
Yeah.
You could hit him.
And you saw that too, that contact balance. That's why when you said he is a running back, I was like, it makes sense because there he is driving down the lane and Victor Wembanyama's covering him. He does a great job. A little chicken wing bounces off of him, shoots a little float over the head, and you're like, wow, that is awesome. Like he made that look way too easy, but his ability to time those plays up are really something different.
My last thing about the game and him and all that is, of course, you're rooting for him and I'm watching him.
Yeah.
I'm going, I just can't believe they don't call more fouls on him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Get out there.
But I like that. And that's also like something you hear from fans though, too. Like, there's still the NBA. I feel like, hey, it worked out great championship wise. Cause man, Eastern Conference Finals, I was like, wow, Cleveland, like you're kind of embarrassing the fact that you're not even competing to a degree. Right. But overall, I mean, this is the best thing that could have happened for the NBA with these two teams meeting in the finals with those personalities, with Jalen Brunson. But also, like, you hear the same story the whole time. If the regular season was just a little more competitive, I'd watch more, and it's like that's what it's missing, just a little bit. But overall, I mean, an awesome cap to the season, right? Yeah. And New York was absolutely just electric. I want to ask you this, though, big guy. All right. I'm going to give you three plays to rank right now.
Oh, God.
We got OG Anunoby's tip in, right, to get the victory. We have David Tyree's helmet catch from Eli Manning in 2007. And then what was it in 98, I want to say, with Derek Jeter diving into the stands during the series against the A's, was it right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was the A's. Yeah.
I think so. I think it was the A's. I should have double checked that before I
Well,
asked, but I'm just like, spur of the moment, I'm like thinking about like 3 great New York signature plays
Right.
in the history of New York sports plays.
Well,
Where's OG Anunoby's in that ranking, right? So you got OG Anunoby over David Tyree's helmet catch. Yeah.
Well, David Tyree, they would have had more chances. The
Right.
tip was basically that's it.
Right.
So it's number one.
Yeah, it is.
And it was unbelievable, just the whole thing of getting that tip and all. And David Tyree, it's more like this, and which is true. I don't know who I was talking to, an ex-Giant that lives up here in the area. It could have been, wasn't Chris Nee. Well, it doesn't matter. We were talking about it, and I said, yeah, did he really miss or drop every pass that week? And they went, every one. It was a joke among the teammates. He can't catch the ball. And to come up with one of the great catches, and I don't want to say great catches, but plays that he made or whatever in a Super Bowl, man, that one will be up there always in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's a special play, no doubt. And it only would take a special play like OG Anunoby's tip in, right, to take that off, essentially, the king's chair, right? Because that was just a one-of-one moment there. And we're all thinking the same thing. Jalen, why'd you shoot it so quick? Oh, my God, that was great. That's exactly how we drew it up. So,
yeah, David Tyree, that was ruled as the greatest play in Giant history.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Yeah. Undefeated New England Patriots. Like, I get it.
Yeah, that's true, too. I think it is. I'm just thinking, oh, come on. I don't know. But okay, yeah. And the more I think about it, yeah, it definitely won them the Super Bowl. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Helped them win it, I should say.
It definitely set it up for sure. So, Big Eye, like from what we saw with the New York Knicks being a team that maybe underappreciated, undervalued, misunderstood, whatever, right? What are some of the lessons that you think the New York Giants can take from watching the success of the New York Knicks and maybe translating that into their own season, their own run here in the future with Harbaugh as the head coach?
Oh, that's interesting. I think the Giants have a chance to be that team where they can just get in and out-tough you. And I think that what they've done, of course, Matt, you know all this, they built a team that is going to be physical and hopefully being rough and just kind of dominating physically that way. But that'll be, it's there. Can you, and it'll be given to them in questions, I'm sure a lot. Did you watch the Knicks and, that kind of thing. And the Knicks played hard and tough to the very damn end every game. And to say this, well, that's what they do, athletes. Well, it's not quite that easy. I'm sorry. But the Giants with Harbaugh, Greg Roman on offense, what they're doing on defense with that speed and talent and size too, man, they could kind of remind us during the year. And if they play like this, as I'm talking, I don't know what you believe, but whatever, but that it'll be written about a lot.
Yeah.
But people are going to correlate. We're tough and we play and we fight to the end.
Yeah.
And of course, every athlete does it. No, they don't, because it's not about physical. Sometimes they don't have the mental strength to just keep going and keep punching the other dude until finally he goes, you know what? I've had enough. That's it. So, I'm sure John Harbaugh will use that speech somewhere during the year about the Knicks, and rightly so.
Yeah. And it's really cool to see like just the impact that it's had on New York City, and just to be reminded again, because it's been a little bit of a drought here, right? In New York and the tri-state area, of course, right? Because New York fans come from Connecticut, New Jersey, and all that, right? But the power of New York sports. And I don't think anyone could have anticipated the New York Knicks win being just this impactful on the city, right? Just the energy of the area, right? The positivity that came from it, right? It's unbelievable how positively intoxicating it was for the entire area to be a participant of that, right? So if there's anything for the Giants to learn, is just knowing that, hey, hard work getting after it, playing tough, being a disciplined team like the Knicks were, the area is ready to support and show you that love and to be a part of that great story with you. And I think that's really like one of the cool things that we've seen recently.
Yeah, you know, the other thing, Matt, when you turn the damn game on, I would sit there and tell, you know, my wife, Diana, I go, look at the crowd.
Yeah.
Just look at it. It's like there was about a 10% overcharge or too many people in the stands, and the court side and all that. And the energy and, you know, the Knick fans, of course you play off of that.
Right.
That energy that you just naturally and sometimes are not going to have. You know, and so just think if the Giants and the Jets, whatever, local area, but mainly the Giants we're talking about, in that stadium and kind of get this going that way and that crowd noise that they could create, come on. When did we see it last year from the Giants? Remember the game? The Philadelphia Eagles.
That one Thursday night game.
It was on fire. And it wasn't even packed and ready to go.
Yeah.
It was a good crowd, but not a great crowd. And yeah, it was the energy. Hell, we were up in the second layer of the stands or whatever. I'm screaming and yelling and, you know, trying to coach them from the top.
You were. Meanwhile, Christopher was talking shit to some 8-year-old during the game. Yeah. You know, telling his father he's got to learn someday, you know. So
I was going, hey, just sit down for 1 minute.
Yeah.
You know, of course, he probably more than me and you, maybe. He lives and dies with the Giants more than we do.
Yeah.
You know,
he does.
And all that, but I don't wake, you know, the next day and like I can't move because they lost or whatever. So
Right.
Christopher, it's agony.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's pretty awesome.